Okay, guys, so we've all talked about officiating in the UFL, organizing events for football, but it's unclear to a lot of the people who are starting to get into the sport what exactly is the organizational system of the PFF and the NCRFA and all that. So, go. Let's discuss it. What's it all about?
Go! Go!
Okay.
Wait, how do
If you remember of course, this very controversial.
Alam na natin. Labas na
We're
natin.
talking about this
Yeah.
because of one particular issue. It's really the
Yes.
refereeing in the UFL has become
Uh-huh.
very, very controversial.
Oh, I think.
okay. Iba yung iniisip
But
natin
it's okay. There's a lot. But
Okay
yeah.
lang ba yun? Pwede ba yun? Pwede ba natin sabihin? Can we actually say it?
Oh, is this also
The other one?
The VIP.
Yeah.
It's
Of course, it's
But anyway,
public.
yeah, and this goes back to another incident at Rizal Memorial, of course. I'm talking about the controversial Malaysia friendly, right? The first one, di ba? When we hosted the Malaysians, of course. And of course,
This was pre-Challenge Cup, right?
yeah. I think this was in Feb 29 when they were here. I know. Thanks.
Giddy ka raw, bro.
Anyway,
You know, I'll wait for it on Twitter. But anyway,
Unahan natin, Giddy ka.
Unahan na
so
natin.
there, let's
Okay.
just talk about
Sige.
the
Yeah.
authorities
The
and the powers
authorities.
that
Okay.
be, that dictate the
For that instance,
referees in the UFL.
sorry, I was referring to
Okay.
the farther one. Sorry. For that,
Giddy ka kasi masyado eh. Lagyan na natin, sige.
First.
Unahin natin
Ikaw
yung
din
freshest
daw
day.
eh.
Okay, so lagyan natin yung
February,
fresh.
yeah.
Ayaw
The
yung
event
Feb
league.
muna.
Palumaan muna para
Palumaan,
Okay.
sige.
FIFO.
FIFO, di ba? For the benefit of those who are not
First in, first
yes.
old. Ay, old out.
First in, first old.
Joke nga lang eh.
Sige,
Okay.
Giddy ka eh.
First
Anyway, the complaint was made. Of course, there was a
Yeah.
complaint made, but it was made to AFC,
This is
right?
okay.
That
let's
one.
put it in-
Yes, yeah.
Let's frame it.
The alleged.
Let's frame the discussion. We're talking about
Organization.
the sexual
Yeah, the alleged,
harassment,
yes.
alleged sexual harassment.
Exactly.
Di ba?
Now, according to those in the know, and we share this sentiment, the complaint would have been rightly made to the PFF,
Yes.
being the governing body of football in the Philippines.
Yes.
Apparently, and there is a FIFA policy for match commissioners not to talk to the media about anything related
Yes.
to any match, right?
And this
Post
you can
and pre.
and this you can download from the FIFA website. They have all the rules for
All,
their
yes.
Dinownload ko
match
yun.
commissioners.
Yun.
Ako rin,
Importante
download
yun.
ko yun.
Ang haba nun.
Importante yun. Importante
Ba
yun.
yun?
Pati yata yung loss of the game.
Dinownload ko rin yun.
Yun.
Print out ko yun.
Yun.
Hindi ko naman kaya i-print out kasi
Ayos.
save, ano tayo, di ba? Kumaga saving the trees na tayo ngayon.
Kaya ka na.
Ako na-agree.
Okay, anyway, yun nga. So people are questioning, and this is just again, framing it in the discussion of organizations. Why was the complaint made to the AFC? Ang sabi kasi sarado daw yung opisina ng PFF nung day na yun. Pero come on. But anyway, AFC of course is the governing body of all the football associations in the continent, in Asia.
So it's
diba?
the Asian Football
Confederation, of course. Interestingly, it includes Australia, di ba? And not Israel. Of course, may mga ano yan, may mga political considerations yan. And then of course, FIFA is the global body. So I don't know if aliens happen to be playing football in their planet. I don't know who they report to. Maybe not Blatter, but anyway, the point is,
Anyway,
we can
Giddy na naman po siya.
takes one to know one. Anyway, dito sa Pinas, PFF yung when it comes to
Governing
football,
body, yes.
it's the governing body. So you shouldn't really bypass the PFF.
Hindi, going to
Okay,
the most
now
recent
papunta na
naman,
tayo
diba?
dyan
Okay.
sa
Going
sinasabing
to the
issue.
most recent naman with the last match, the championship.
Yeah,
I mean, not
well,
it's a Super Tuesday. in a
Yes,
way.
yeah. The
Diba?
finals
bit.
the final day where the Big Four.
It's not the final day because there were games.
Oh yeah,
for
right.
that.
Sorry,
It's a
the
decider.
This is the-
Yes, it was
Yeah,
the decider. Yeah.
It was between
Yes.
Global and Loyola with Kaya being in the
Stallion.
VIP
Yeah.
box.
We were reading this on Facebook, on Twitter, right? That apparently
Diba,
who was complaining?
PSC.
The PSC
was complaining.
Yes.
and
The
actually
PSC, of course.
allegedly suing.
Yeah,
Yes.
the rumor was they were about to sue
The UFL.
and they were about to prepare the case against the organisers. Of course,
Yes.
the UFL organisers happen to be the organisers of Kaya FC as well.
Yes.
And so during the game between Kaya and
Stallions.
Stallions, and then afterwards in the title decider with Global against Loyola in the end, a lot of the players and a lot of the Kaya
Supporters.
management
Yes.
were particularly getting quite rowdy. Cigarettes were taken away forcibly. There was alcohol consumed, and all of these things are
In
not
the
allowed.
VIP box.
In the VIP box.
And they're not allowed under the rules, obviously, of PSC, who
PSC,
own Rizal Memorial
yes.
Stadium.
Because-
Which gets a bit more complicated because in most leagues, the clubs own their own stadiums. But with PSC owning Rizal Memorial Stadium, of course, it takes a while for the UFL to catch up. It's still just 3 years
Because
old.
it is government
Government
property,
owned.
and
Yeah.
PSC
Yes.
is the only government body for sports. POC is not, right? It's the same relationship, of course, with PFF also. It's not run by
Doon
the government.
papasok doon papasok yung mga intricacies in a way, diba? Kasi ano ba talaga yung PFF? I mean, governing body of football in the Philippines, yes. Pero saan ba siya reporting?
Okay. It reports to AFC, it reports to
Yes.
FIFA.
That
in turn,
in
but
terms of football.
In terms of
but
football.
in terms of national government.
the PSC is the only government agency for sports, right?
Oo.
Now, the POC is the organizing committee for the
Hiwalay yan
Olympics.
eh. Oo,
Iba pa yan.
iba pa yan.
Ngayon, ang relationship niyan, of course, this was explained to us, no? The UFL reports actually to the NCRFA,
which is
a member
under
of the PFF.
PFF.
So, it's just like in,
Because the PFF is organized into
regional or
region- or
provincial.
they have-
Plus different FAs yan eh.
regional FAs report to, or member associations reporting to the PFF.
Yes.
Oo.
Now, the
kahit nga
UFL
maliliit na, kahit nga Romblon may
Oo,
sariling
Bohol,
FA yan.
meron
Bohol,
din.
meron yan. So, all those small FAs report to the PFF. So, kumaga, siya yung consolidated,
Oo.
di ba?
Para rin mo sinabing AFC, for example, all the national FAs report to the AFC. So, naintindihan natin yan ngayon na, which is why UFL, not, being not yet a fully organized national league, right? Reports under the NCRFA. It doesn't report directly to the PFF.
Yes.
Now, of course, there's been lobbying, no?
For them to become a member.
No, but if we
Yeah.
go back to the controversy kasi, like, PSC is suing UFL.
Yes.
But during the entire duration of this controversy, walang PFF na babanggit eh.
Hindi
Where is
tahimik
PFF?
si PFF, you mean?
Tahimik, di ba? I mean, sige, I'd understand if NCRFA would answer for UFL being the support, kumbaga, or the umbrella for UFL. But I'd rather see the PFF answering also in behalf of the NCRFA and also of the UFL being in the same league.
Especially when you would consider, you're right, that, the players of the national team greatly come from the UFL, right? So
Yes.
I would expect I'm not saying I'm better than anyone out there, but the PFF, knowing the same people in the UFL, di ba? Kasi mga tao mo rin naman yung naglalaro dun eh, di ba? Sana man lang, you're right, na medyo they would have said, oh wait, UFL, ako nakakausap dito kay PSC.
Kumaga,
Ako nang bahala.
alignment.
Labas ka muna.
May alignment eh.
So,
I mean,
this-
ito, kay Roy, would you? How about
Bilang-
you?
bilang
isang
dayuhan.
bilang nag-iisang dayuhan dito sa ating
Eto na.
kapulungan. Yeah.
Grabe ka.
Dali na, taga Cebu ka naman eh.
Tuloy lang.
Going in.
I mean, in terms of, for example, sa England, diba? In terms of the FA there, how do you think the FA would address this kind of situation? I mean, given that the stadium there is owned by the clubs, not by the government. I mean, if we were to put it into this context, how would you assess that the FA would answer that?
The clubs would make their own rules. If they were to say alcohol was allowed or not allowed, if someone broke the rules, then the club would be the one to set the discipline with that one because they own the property. So it would be something done against the club itself. If there's a problem, it goes to the FA. The FA govern the Premier League as well there. And that's something that perhaps should be done here a bit more with that. The PFF could take an active role. But the UFL is only for the area. It's not a nationwide league yet. And there's obviously plans to expand it there. And once it becomes a nationwide league, perhaps that's when the PFF can step in and they can be the governing body of the whole thing. As
Or-
for now, as you say, it's about the NCRFA. And the problem with that, of course, is when you get the problems with the referees, and that's where we've got the problems with the refs, because the PFF aren't in control of them, it's the
Yes.
NCRFA.
Okay. So
Actually-
for
Sorry.
purposes of,
Para lang alam na lahat
Yeah.
Para lang alam na lahat.
so that's
Hindi
it.
to-
Hindi totoo. Hindi
Hindi
totoo.
Yes.
Dininay, di ba?
I don't know why
Hindi
there was that
hindi
rumor
totoo.
coming out, but
Oo,
hindi
hindi
naman daw
totoo.
totoo. Hindi
Diba?
idedemanda ng PSC
Di ba?
ang
Mr.
UFL
Richie
or
Garcia
whatever.
denied the allegations
Yes.
that they are suing the
Yeah,
UFL,
yeah, yeah.
so walang problema doon. Pero nakakatawa sa nanggaling.
Meron
di ba?
problema kasi galit sila sa kanila. Kasi
Oo,
syempre,
kasi,
meron
syempre.
nangalak, meron yung sigarilyo.
Sabi ko na nga ba,
So they can
Tagalog
just,
ka talaga eh.
So anyway, let us know what you think about
Yes.
all of this, football fans. Please tweet us at FTW Sports and share your thoughts.
Pero dapat nandun yung PFF. Sinigil tayo.